Shalom, shalom to everyone. Good morning to everyone, and we are live. So make sure to share this live. This will be a very important live, until I get other things fixed. Alright, so as you can see with this children text below, alright, it's a full prophecy as well. So I did prophesy about Indonesia getting that earthquake that will cause a tsunami. Alright, so I'm going to take you now, alright, to the previous message, alright, of where I actually received that. Alright, so good morning to everyone, and we are live. Alright, alright, so we're gonna see the prophecy now. Alright, guys, when it happened. Alright, so let's look at your screen. Alright, let's look on your screen there. You see it coming up on your screen very soon. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, Commander Asa, Commander Rizala. Good morning to you, Sister Chloe. Good morning to you, Sister Eds, Sister Azel. Good morning, Pira. Alright, so they can see. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, Marco. Good morning to you, Sister Kim, Sister Coco. Good morning to you. Good morning, Val. Let's go looking through here to see how much people we have on the live right now. So as the live states, alright, as the live specifically states, brothers and sisters, the live states of what is actually going to happen, alright, or what is going to happen as well as going to happen. Alright, so let me just bring up alright, so I'm gonna play a message from the seems like I just get it. Alright, so
Views. Archangel Samuel was live. June 15th. The countries where the waters receded are the areas of total devastations awaiting the final call. Major tsunami soon to suddenly hit New York, Miami, Indonesia, Brazil, Bahamas, Florida, Mexico, Hawaii, Philippines and other islands, the Caribbean. 700 feet of water comes crashing on the land, which will happen when Yah shifts the tectonic plate. It will continue to shift and move the fault lines as it wobble, dividing and merging the land and the oceans together, which causes landslides, which also affects Yellowstone and other major volcanoes worldwide. The domino effects of judgment continues till the blast of the seventh trumpet. Views. Archangel Samuel was live. June 15th. The countries where the waters receded are the areas of total devastations awaiting the final call. Major tsunami soon to suddenly hit New York, Miami, Indonesia, Brazil, Bahamas, Florida, Mexico, Hawaii, Philippines and other islands, the Caribbean. 700 feet of water comes crashing on the land, which will happen when Yah shifts the tectonic plate. It will continue to shift and move the fault lines as it wobble, dividing and merging the land and the oceans together, which causes landslides, which also affects Yellowstone and other major volcanoes worldwide. The domino effects of judgment continues till the blast of the seventh trumpet. Views Archangel Samuel was live. June 15th. The countries where the waters receded are the areas of total devastations awaiting the final call. Major tsunami soon to suddenly hit New York, Miami, Indonesia, Brazil, Bahamas, Florida, Mexico, Hawaii, Philippines and other islands, the Caribbean. 700 feet of water comes crashing on the land, which will happen when Yah shifts the tectonic plate. IT will continue to shift and move the fault lines as IT wobble, dividing and merging the land and the oceans together, which causes landslides, which also affects Yellowstone and other major volcanoes worldwide. The domino effects of judgment continues till the blast of the seventh trumpet.
Lari ke atas pak, tsunami pak, tsunami pak. Lari pak ke atas, lari ke atas, tsunami, tsunami, tsunami. Lari, lari. Lari ke atas, tsunami bu. Naik ke atas bu, tsunami, tsunami. Tsunami, tsunami. Tsunami, tsunami, tsunami. Lari ke atas bu, tsunami, tsunami, air, 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 air. Lari ke atas bu. Cepat naik. Naik, naik, naik. Tsunami dah turun naik, cepat naik. Bodoh sekali ini orangnya. Naik tai borong memang itu. Naik, bau, bau, bau. Bau, bau. Bau, naik, air, air. Bombong ini itu. Bau, air, bau. Air, bau. Inilah tsunami, bu. Naik, naik, tsunami. Inilah 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 tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah, Kota Palu, ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ini ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, 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 ya Allah. Tsunami. Lari ke atas, tsunami. Lari ke atas pak, tsunami pak, tsunami pak. Lari pak ke atas, lari ke atas, tsunami, tsunami, tsunami. Lari, lari. Lari ke atas, tsunami bu. Naik ke atas bu, tsunami, tsunami. Tsunami, tsunami. Tsunami, tsunami, tsunami. Lari ke atas bu, tsunami, tsunami, air, 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 air. Lari ke atas bu. Cepat naik. Naik, naik, naik. Tsunami dah turun naik, cepat naik. Bodoh sekali ini orangnya. Naik tai borong memang itu. Naik, bau, bau, bau. Bau, bau. Bau, naik, air, air. Bombong ini itu. Bau, air, bau. Air, bau. Inilah tsunami, bu. Naik, naik, tsunami. Inilah 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 tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah, Kota Palu, ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ini ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. tsunami ya Allah.
And just like that, boom, tsunami happened. So prophecy is fulfilled in this hour. So we're looking at the 3rd of the 3rd of October. The 3rd of October, Trinidad, your time coming. Alright, Trinidad, your time coming, Trinidad. The 3rd of October, the Caribbean islands will be shaken. Alright? So the 3rd of October, write this down. The 3rd of October, the Caribbean islands will be shaken. All the Caribbean islands will be shaken at once. Alright? So when I actually make another video, a live video, I'll be actually teaching people about where the tectonic plate is, where the epicenter is. Alright, so everybody can see. Alright? So the Caribbean islands is going to be affected by the 3rd of October. Around the 14th of October, we're going to have India, Australia, India, Australia. We're going to have some other islands too as well. India, Australia, New Zealand, Iceland. Well, again, boy. You know, when I remember the places that determine that will be affected. Alright, so right now, as we speak right now, the earth is about 70%, right? So the earth is about 70% overall saturated. Alright, so they need to go at least 25% again or 30% again for the earth to be completely saturated. Alright, so when the earth becomes saturated, alright, so when the earth becomes completely saturated, it will be very easy now to just split it, crack it open, and just destroy it. Alright, so the earth is coming to an end, folks. The world is coming to an end. Alright, I know you don't want to hear this. I know you're comfortable living in sin, you're comfortable doing whatever you're comfortable doing, but the world is coming to an end. Alright, so good morning again, everyone, and welcome to my life. What's the date today? Today is the 30th of September 2018. Alright, so the prophecy was fulfilled on the 28th. That was Friday, right? 28th, the prophecy was fulfilled on the 28th of some days after, some days after my last live, the prophecy was fulfilled. Alright?
Tsunami! Weh, lari ke atas, weh! Tsunami! Air! Weh, lari ke atas, weh! Weh, cepat naik! Weh, naik! Weh, tsunami dah turun, weh! Naik, cepat naik! Bodoh sekali ni orang, ya! Naik, tak ibu orang memang itu! Weh, naik, bau! Bau! Ibu, naik, air! Woo! Bumbong ni itu! Ibu, air, ibu! Inilah tsunami, bu! Oh, naik, tsunami! Inilah tsunami! Inilah tsunami! Inilah tsunami!
So the 3rd of October, the Caribbean islands will be shaken.
Inilah tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah, Kota Palu, ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ini ya Allah, tsunami, ya Allah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, tsunami, 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 ya Allah. Tsunami. Weh, lari ke atas tsunami. Weh, lari ke atas pak tsunami pak. Weh, lari pak ke atas. Weh, lari ke atas tsunami. Lari. Weh, lari ke atas tsunami bu. Bu, naik ke atas bu tsunami. Weh, tsunami. Weh, lari ke atas bu. Tsunami. Air.
So it all happened when Yah shifts the tectonic plate. As we read there, waters did recede, alright, in Indonesia, different parts of Indonesia, waters did recede. Brazil, water did recede. Mexico, Trinidad had a locust infestation. Next thing we're going to see is different plagues going to happen, alright. So people was warned of everything that would have unfolded. Alright, people was warned, people were given warning that tsunami will happen, that earthquake will happen. Alright, so I noticed something, most people really, giving me the credit. Alright, so I'm not getting, I see they're giving other people credit who is not the main source on the earth, who is not the one that's specifically telling people when things is going to happen, or warning them before, or forewarning them before. Alright, so there is no credit being given to Elohim, and no credit being given to me as well. Nobody like to see so much dead bodies lying down, but everybody will warn. People will warn what's going to happen. Alright, so not to say they wasn't warned. And then these people was actually going to keep some sort of ceremony by the sea. Alright, I warn you all, Christian people who else worship Ganesh, I warn you already. I warn you, Caribbean islands people, I warn you already what's going to happen. And I told you already that the next earthquake is going to flatten the Caribbean islands. So the next earthquake is going to happen in the Caribbean islands, alright? And also as well, the tsunami that is going to happen in Trinidad is going to happen from Sagona's side. So when I get chance, I will be showing you all exactly the exact spot where the tsunami will be happening. Alright, so hopefully more people will open their ear and listen to what I'm saying. Hopefully people will listen and stop keeping silence, and start to push out my live virals, because I am the main source on the earth. Once I tell you a tsunami going to happen, a tsunami is going to happen. Once I tell you an earthquake is going to happen in a Pacific island, it's going to happen. Once I tell you east-west is going to crack, east-west is going to crack. It's not going to crack when you want it to crack, but it's going to crack when Elohim wants it to crack. Just like the hurricane, alright, that the Met Office lied and said that it was a storm. They said Kirk was a storm, but Kirk was a category 1 hurricane. Alright, so it's a bunch of liars lying to the people or the public, and specifically telling them A, it's going to happen, but A not going to happen. You're talking about A, B, C, D. Alright, going to happen. You understand? So Kirk, tropical Kirk, is still circling in the Atlantic. So hopefully we will have a hurricane hitting Trinidad as well. Alright, so what they decide to do about them, what they decide to do yesterday they saturated Trinidad. Trinidad was saturated. At least 40% saturation happened in Trinidad yesterday. Alright, but the 40% doesn't make up the 70%. Alright, it makes up at least half of that, because they need the whole earth. Alright, so the whole earth needs to be saturated. So once it's saturated, it's very easy to split apart. So that's what they're working on right now. Alright, they're working on separating and splitting Trinidad apart. Alright, as you all know, so 3 sides of Trinidad will be separated. Alright, 3 sides of Trinidad will be separated. Alright,
Sungai Manon ke
inside
ini ke arah Pasar Impres. Oh, Jalan Seruni Raya di mana, Bu? Kesana
Sebelah
itu ya?
sana, iya.
Yang amblas itu?
Yang jatuh ke bawah.
Jatuh ke bawah semuanya. Ini terputus ya, nggak bisa lewat sama sekali.
Iya.
Rumnas Balaroa di bawah itu sana, Bu. Hancur semua.
Balaroa ini, Bu.
Balaroa sudah. Oh iya. Kasih.
Ini jalan Sungai Manonda, Mbak.
Sungai Manonda. Ke apa namanya?
Ini ke arah Pasar Impres.
Oh. Jalan Seruni Raya di mana, Bu? Kesana
Sebelah
itu ya?
sana, iya.
Yang amblas itu?
Yang jatuh ke bawah.
Jatuh ke bawah semuanya. Ini terputus ya, nggak bisa lewat sama sekali.
Iya.
Rumnas Balaroa di bawah itu sana, Bu. Hancur
Balaroa
semua.
ini, Bu. Balaroa
sudah. Oh iya. Kasih.
Ini jalan Sungai Manonda, Mbak.
Sungai Manonda. Ke apa namanya?
Ini ke arah Pasar Impres.
Oh. Jalan Seruni Raya di mana, Bu? Kesana
Sebelah
itu ya?
sana, iya.
Yang amblas itu?
Yang jatuh ke bawah.
Jatuh ke bawah semuanya. Ini terputus ya, nggak bisa lewat sama sekali.
Iya.
Rumnas.
So Abba, Yahuwah is dismantling the earth right now. There's nothing that you could do to stop him. There's nothing that you could say could stop him. There's no prayer, there's no special prayer that you could say could stop him or could stop this event that is going to happen. We in the end only enjoy life enough. Some only didn't even worship Elohim. Some are only living in all sin. All they want to change, all they want to repent, all they want to do nothing but party, nothing but lime. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you all, the end is here. Understand? And there's no stopping the end. There's no stopping at all what's going to happen. Alright? There's no special prayer could stop Elohim's judgment. No matter what prayer you make, alright? Don't matter if you fast and pray for anything to stop, it will never stop, folks. Alright? So all you can jump high, jump low, all you can say what I want now. All I mouth to talk. All you can say what I want now. You understand? When I tell you all that the end is here, the end is here. If I tell you all, no, the end in here right now, the end in here right now, I'll be lying to you. But I will never, ever, ever lie to you who listening to me. I will never lie to you. If Yahuwah say A is going to happen, I'm telling you A is going to happen. If Yahuwah say BCD is going to happen, I'm going to tell you BCD is going to happen. If Yahuwah say D ain't gonna happen now, but E go happen, and then we go do D afterwards, I will tell you exactly as it is. I will never lie to you. I will never lie to you. Alright? I tell you the truth. Understand? I told you the honest truth that a tsunami will hit Indonesia. The next tsunami will hit let me just bring back up that quickly there. The next tsunami, it's going to happen in New York. Alright? The next tsunami is going to happen in New York. The next tsunami, everything is happening a little backward. Alright? Because of certain people didn't really come into righteousness in time or understand specific things that Elohim want them to understand. Alright? So we have major tsunami, major tsunami, and this was since in June. This was since in June. Alright, the countries where waters receded are the areas of devastation awaiting the final call to repent to get into the ark. The final call to repent to get into the ark. The final call to repent to get into the ark. Alright, that's the final call. That's the caroling call. Alright, good morning to you, Anastasia. Good morning, pleasant morning to you and your father, your mom and your dad. Pleasant good morning to you all who are listening from afar off. Pleasant good morning to you as well. Alright, so major tsunami will suddenly, alright, it will suddenly hit New York. It will hit Miami. It will hit Indonesia. It will hit Brazil. It will hit Bahamas. It will hit Florida. It will hit Mexico. it will hit Hawaii, it will hit Philippines and other islands in the Caribbean. Alright, it will be 700 feet of water. So there is a major tsunami coming again. Alright, there is a major tsunami coming again, and this tsunami is going to happen in New York City. Alright, tsunami is going to happen in New York. The next tsunami is going to happen in Mexico. Alright, so since it happened Miami, after Miami it was Indonesia, you're going to actually have to go backwards. So we'll say New York, Miami, Brazil, alright, Florida, skip Florida and then go back Bahamas, skip Bahamas, then go to Philippines, skip Philippines and then go to Hawaii. Alright, so a tsunami is going to happen in the Caribbean islands as well. That is going to bring a devastation, a complete destruction. Alright, so by now many people got visions, you know. I'd like to know about your visions. All those who got visions, right? All those who got visions, alright, about the tsunami, about certain dreams that you may be having, not personal dreams, please. We don't need to know about your personal dreams, alright? We need to know about the dreams that you're having right now. If you want to know about the transformation, you want to know about certain things that are happening in your body, you want to know whatever you want to know in this hour. I am watching through the news feed right now, and I want to take some questions as well. Nothing too hard, nothing too much, and I'll try my best to reach as much people as possible. So what we need to do is share this live.
Apa namanya?
Ini ke arah Pasar Impres.
Oh, Jalan Seruni Raya di mana, Bu? Kesana
Rumah
itu ya?
sana, iya.
Yang amblas itu.
Yang jatuh ke bawah.
Jatuh ke bawah semuanya. Ini terputus ya, nggak bisa lewat sama sekali.
Iya.
Rumnas Balaroa di bawah itu sana, Bu. Hancur
Tidak Balaroa
semua.
ini, Bu. Balaroa
Balaroa sudah. Oh iya, kasih.
Ini Jalan Sungai Manonda, Mbak.
Sungai Manonda ke apa namanya?
Ini ke arah Pasar Impres.
Oh, Jalan Seruni Raya di mana, Bu? Kesana
Rumah
itu ya?
sana, iya.
Yang amblas itu.
Yang jatuh ke bawah.
Jatuh ke bawah semuanya. Ini terputus ya, nggak bisa lewat sama sekali.
Iya.
Rumnas Balaroa di bawah itu sana, Bu. Hancur
Tidak
semua.
Balaroa ini, Bu. Balaroa
sudah. Oh iya, kasih.
Ini Jalan Sungai Manonda, Mbak.
Sungai Manonda ke apa namanya?
Ini ke arah Pasar Impres.
Oh, Jalan Seruni Raya di mana, Bu? Kesana
Rumah
itu ya?
sana, iya.
Yang amblas itu.
Yang jatuh ke bawah.
Jatuh ke bawah semuanya. Ini terputus ya, nggak bisa lewat sama sekali.
Iya.
Rumnas Balaroa di bawah itu sana, Bu. Hancur
Tidak Balaroa
semua.
ini, Bu. Balaroa
sudah. Oh iya, kasih.
Ini Jalan Sungai Manonda, Mbak.
Sungai Manonda ke apa namanya?
Ini ke arah Pasar Impres.
Oh, Jalan Seruni Raya di mana, Bu? Kesana
Rumah
itu ya?
sana, iya.
Yang amblas itu.
Yang
Alright, so they're actually speaking Indonesian. Alright, I just wanted to show you all this video of cracks, alright, that happened with the earthquake as well. Alright, so there was a 7.7 earthquake, they lied. It was a 8.5 earthquake. A 7.7 cannot cause so much a destruction, alright? Not so much a destruction at what we are actually seeing, alright, that happened in Indonesia here. So it was an 8.5 earthquake that happened. Alright, so it was an 8.5 that triggered the tsunami. It wasn't a 7.7, folks. Alright, it was more than just a 7.7 earthquake. Alright, so it was a 8.5 earthquake on Elohim scale. Alright, Elohim lift the tectonic plate, YAHUWAH lift the tectonic plate and cause the tsunami to happen. Alright, so here what actually happened, right? The people was actually going to keep a ceremony by they was preparing actually to keep a ceremony by the ocean. Alright, so they was going and keep some sort of puja and some sort of Muslim ceremony by the sea. Alright, so when the earthquake happened, the first earthquake was a 6.1. Alright, which was actually a 6.1. So that was the first warning that happened, right? So Abba said, okay, he don't want them to do that on the sea. He want them to turn away from the wicked ways, and he want them to listen to my life, because it has some people from Indonesia who does listen to my life, and it has some of them who know who Elohim truly is, and some of them from that same island who rebel against Elohim, right? So what Yahuwah did, it was after they canceled the tsunami, because they thought that when the 6.1 happened that it would have bring forth a tsunami. Alright, so they canceled the tsunami, alright, warning, and then 3 minutes after the cancellation, that is when the 8.5 earthquake happened. It was not 7.7, so they need to stop downgrading the blasted earthquake. Alright, and there is nothing called aftershock, folks. There's nothing at all called aftershocks. Anything that happens after a big earthquake or a small earthquake, it is indeed another earthquake. It's another shaking. There's nothing called an aftershock. Alright, please stop allowing them to lie to you. Alright, because they continue to lie to you continually, telling you that A is going to happen, that B is going to happen, that C is going to happen, but they have no idea what is going to happen or when it's going to happen, a matter of fact. You know what I mean? So you all need to wake up quickly. You know, you all need to truly wake up quickly. If you truly want to escape Yahuwah's wrath, then you need to get in contact with me immediately. Alright, so what I'll be doing now, I will be looking forward for people to ask me questions. Alright, a psychic can help you, a so-called demiurge can help you, prophets can help you, the deacons can help you, the pastors can help you. You understand? Who again, boy? The seer man can help you, the seer man can help you, the seer woman, the prophets and them, alright, the evangelizers and them. They can't help you, folks. Alright, they can't help you. Alright, they don't have no power. They have no relationship with the Creator as well. Alright, so this is the time for you to embrace Elohim. Alright, this is the time for you to embrace the Creator Elohim on all levels. Alright, this is the time. You understand? No matter where you're trying, no matter what you're trying to do besides coming into the presence of Elohim, this is where you need to be. Alright, this is where you need to be right now. So if only people will listen to me, then they will know exactly what is coming, when it's coming, where it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. If people only listen to me, alright, rather than run down fame, alright, all the views you have on Facebook, all the views you have on YouTube, on Twitter, all the views you have, all the followers you have, you think they're going where you're going? You think that your views on Facebook could save all these people who is vulnerable to be destroyed? That they will have an opportunity to enter into the ark? I am telling you exactly, because I am, alright, because I am the fifth angel of the apocalypse. Alright, I don't know why people will still doubt who I am when I prophesy something, or when I tell you, or when I predict something and I tell you, hey, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like the people who listen from Trinidad, look at what the government of Trinidad doing right now. The elites taking over the country. Alright, the elites taking over the country. And as my prophecy states from Yahuwah, that very soon Trinidadians as well as people in the Caribbean who remain alive, you will be put into concentration camps. And they're going to set up these camps in Trinidad soon. Alright, around October the 5th, they're going to begin to set up camps in Trinidad, because the elites is taking over complete control over Trinidad and Tobago, over all the Caribbean islands, because it's not only happening in Trinidad, it's happening through every Caribbean islands. The elites is buying the government out. It means that the Illuminati, they are coming back into play. Alright, so they are taking back what they give unto man. That is what's going on, folks. What the elites give unto man to control, alright, they fed up. Alright, they actually fed up being in the background while the governments have enough fun. Alright, they're ready to take back everything that they give into man's hands. So everything that they give into man's hands, they're taking it back. Alright, and they're taking it back with a price as well. They want souls. Alright, they want souls to specifically come back. Alright, so that is what is happening, people. You need to listen to me. I am like the Noah of this end time. When I prophesy something, when I say something is going to happen, it's going to happen. Bet your bottom dollar, so to speak, it's going to happen. Alright, so everything that I prophesy, every prophecy that you see there on my page, it will happen. It will manifest. It will come to pass. But it will come to pass when you want it to come to pass. It will come to pass when Elohim desires for it to come to pass. You understand? So it's time for people to wake up. Wake up now. Alright? Because this is not only happening in the Caribbean islands, it's happening throughout the earth. Alright? The elites is taking back everything that they give man. That includes the power that they give these government ministers. They are taking back the power, alright, from men. Alright, they're taking back the power, and they themselves is going to control things. Yahuwah is not going to allow that to happen. Listen to me very carefully. I know all that custom living in sin, custom lying, drinking, smoking, custom doing abominable things. I am talking to somebody out there. I know I'm talking to somebody. Come on. I know I'm speaking to somebody out there right now. You know you're living in sin. You know you're not living up to the standards of the Almighty Elohim. You know that you're already going to church. You're still sinning because you have no relationship with the Creator's Elohim. You understand? Yahuwah is not going to sit by and allow these elites to just take over everything. That is why Yahuwah is dismantling the earth. For all those who do not listen to me, woe unto you. Alright? All those who do not listen to what I'm saying, every time I come live is to tell you something. Every time I come live is to teach you something. Alright, you don't hear the pastors, the evangelizer, you don't hear them talking about the things I'm telling you. You don't see the prophecies that they prophesy come to pass. You don't see nothing from them coming to pass. Why do you still put your trust in the pastors? Why do you still put your trust in the prophets? Why do you still put your trust in the seers? Why do you put your trust in a religion who has enslaved humanity for as long as I could remember? Understand? If you do your research right, folks, you will see specifically that mankind has been enslaved for thousands of years by religion. Why would you want to be deceived? Why will you choose to be deceived in this hour? Can you open your eyes for a second? Open your eyes and learn the lies of religion, and learn the lies of tradition. When will you open your eyes, folks? When are you going to open your eyes? You actually think that the Almighty Elohim, that they're just going to sit by and allow you to do whatever you want? No, folks. No. Everything with Elohim is a order. Elohim is a order. Them is the law and them is the order. If you do not live according to their order, you do not enter into their kingdom. They don't want no unholy person, church going person into their kingdom. You need to be completely set apart. Alright, before you could ever enter into the new Jerusalem or the new YAHRUSHALAYIM, before you could enter into that city, that holy city, you need to be set apart. You need to be completely set apart from religion, tradition, denomination, from every sin that you could think about. You need to be completely set apart. You need to be completely purged. Alright, purged from all unrighteousness before you could enter into the ark. So what they're teaching you in church is complete bullshit. Alright, what they're teaching you is to sin and to sin and to sin and to sin. That's all what they're teaching you in church. They're not teaching you about righteousness in the pulpits. They're not teaching you about righteousness in the mosque. The Muslim faith don't teach righteousness. The Hindu faith don't teach righteousness. The Christian faith don't teach righteousness. The Buddhists don't teach righteousness. The New Agers don't teach. Skywatchers don't teach. They don't teach righteousness, folks. Understand? They don't teach in righteousness. So once again, a tsunami only happens when ABBA lifts the tectonic plates. Alright, so yes, an earthquake does contribute, alright, to the tsunami. The earthquake contributes to pushing the water forward, alright, like I was just seeing there in the video. That is where the earthquake contributes. Alright, so according to the magnitude of earthquake, that is the pressure the water will come in on the land, as you see in my prophecy. Alright, so according to the magnitude of earthquake, the water will come in at a certain pressure. Alright, because when ABBA lifts the tectonic plate and rests the tectonic plate down again, and then he used an earthquake to push the water forward, that is how the water come in. That is a tsunami, and I did explain about this some weeks ago. Alright, I did explain exactly that what causes a tsunami. Alright, I did explain to you all what causes a tsunami as well. Alright, so now you know the truth. Do not be deceived by NASA, USGS, or none of them who thinking whether, you know, people who think they know about the weather. Understand? Alright, so ABBA now told me that an earthquake is going to happen in India. Alright, so for people who are in India, ABBA now told me that an earthquake is going to happen in India, and it's going to be a great magnitude as well of earthquakes that is going to happen. So what you need to do is stop friggin' downgrading, a matter of fact. They need to stop downgrading the friggin' earthquakes and tell people the real magnitude, because a 6.1 earthquake cannot bring forth a tsunami so powerful. This tsunami was very powerful. So it was a 8.5 earthquake on Elohim scale. Alright, it was a 8.5 as well. Alright, so there's a rundown of all the earthquakes that are prophesied, alright, since the year start. So there's a rundown of all the earthquakes, people saying as a false prophet and stuff like that. Alright, so there's a rundown of all the earthquakes, alright, that happened in the Caribbean islands. On the 28th, that was the same day that Indonesia got their earthquake as well. Prophecy fulfilled. Alright, the south of east of Dominica received an earthquake. We talking about the alright, so we're talking about the east of Dominica. Yeah, the east of Dominica received an earthquake. Alright, let me just go down. Right, the east of Dominica receive an earthquake. Then the southeast of Dominica the same day. Alright, so the southeast of Dominica and then the southeast of Dominica receive earthquakes on the 28th of September. Then the 19th there was an earthquake on the land of Trinidad, and it was let's see if I can see the riptide. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can, I'll bring it up just now and show you all. Right, yeah, the earthquake that happened in Trinidad on the 19th as well. Right, so these are all the earthquakes that happen in the regions and all what I've prophesied to the public. Alright, so since the year began, there's so much earthquakes that we finally got. Alright, so the 21st of August there was an earthquake the west of Trinidad, and I will specifically be showing you that as well. We had an earthquake in Grenada. Yeah, let's see what it is. Alright, so there's just a rundown of all the earthquakes that I've prophesied to you. Alright, good morning to you, Sylvia. Blessed morning to you as well. So the west of Trinidad, right? I'm still fixing it up there to show you all. Right. Alright, so we had an earthquake in Dominica. Earthquake the west of Trinidad. That was the 1st of September. We had an earthquake on the west of Trinidad. Alright, on the 23rd of August we had an earthquake on the west of Trinidad. On the 22nd we had an earthquake on the west of Trinidad. On the 21st of August we had an earthquake on the west of Trinidad. Alright, look how much earthquakes happen on the west. Alright, so from September the 1st, alright, it happened the same spot it happened on the 21st. Alright, the same spot it happened on the 23rd, the same spot it happened on the 22nd. On August the 22nd, August the 21st, an earthquake on the west of Trinidad. Alright, the 15th of August we had an earthquake on the east of Antigua. We had an earthquake on the 10th of August, earthquake on Dominica. It happened on Dominica. On the 7th of August we had an earthquake on the southeast of Grenada. Alright, the 3rd of August we had an earthquake on the northeast of Dominica. July the 25th we had an earthquake on the east of Dominica. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, so we're going to go and see the magnitudes. Alright, few details. Alright, so we had an earthquake. So this is the earthquake. The earthquake that I showed you all is on the 28th that happened on Dominica. So 3 islands was affected by this earthquake. Alright, It happened in Martinique. Yeah, it happened in Martinique. It happened in Martinique. It happened in Guadeloupe, and it happened in Dominica. 3 Caribbean islands was affected by that recent earthquake, and they say it was a 5.7, but it was a 6.1. all right. St. Lucia was also affected by this earthquake. They call it a 5.7, but it's not. It was not 5.7. all right, it was a 6.1. all right, they downgrade it. St. Vincent was affected as well, and Grenada, the whole of Grenada felt it, because going up the chain, let me go up the chain, let me go up the chain, let me go up the chain, by Montserrat up here, where you can see, all right, by Montserrat there is by Montserrat, right, by Montserrat there is a there's a tectonic plate, all right. So the tectonic plate ends by Montserrat, all right. So by Montserrat the tectonic plate ends there again, all right. The Caribbean tectonic plate begins in Venezuela, all right. Hopefully I'll bring up a map later on to show you all what I'm talking about, but right now you know what I'm talking about, right? So Venezuela, all right. So beginning of Venezuela, right, the beginning, so the tectonic plate begins on Venezuela side. So where Venezuela is, that is where the Caribbean tectonic plate begins, all right. The whole of Venezuela is under the Caribbean tectonic plate, all right. So as I'm teaching you all here, so from Venezuela go right up to Mozzarella. I think that's a place, right? Mozzarella, I call it Mozzarella. Good morning to you, Veronica. So again, the beginning of the tectonic plate begins in Venezuela. That is the west of Trinidad, all right. That is the west southwest of Trinidad. So Venezuela is located in the southwest of Trinidad, and the earthquake happened in the southwest of Trinidad, all right, as I was just showing you all there. All right, so let's go. All right, so after Grenada, coming down the chain to Trinidad and Tobago, all right. But Venezuela is where the tectonic plate begins, all right. Hopefully in the future I will do a video teaching you everything that you need to know about the tectonic plate, where the epicenter will be, all right. So remember, Trinidad has an epicenter as well. Grenada don't have an epicenter, all right. St. Vincent and all these other smaller islands don't have an epicenter. The epicenter is in Trinidad, because Trinidad is, out of the other biggest islands out there, Trinidad and Venezuela have an epicenter, all right, because Trinidad is like a mother island to Venezuela. All I put it, so Venezuela is like a mother island to Trinidad, because long time ago Venezuela and Trinidad used to be joined together. You understand? Does it make sense to you now that Trinidad and Venezuela used to be a joined Caribbean island as well? Because Venezuela is a Caribbean island as well, not Colombia, not Cuba, and not Mexico. Mexico on a different tectonic plate, them on the South America tectonic plate, but I'll teach you that for another time, all right. So Venezuela is not on the South American tectonic plate, right? Venezuela is on the Caribbean tectonic plate, all right. The South American tectonic plate is Venezuela, Cuba, Brazil, all right. Not Venezuela, the South American tectonic plate, not Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, Cuba, Mexico, all right. Can't remember some other islands, but yeah, all right. But Venezuela is certainly not on the South American tectonic plate. Alright, so the tectonic plate for the Caribbean islands begins in Venezuela, because Venezuela and Trinidad used to be neighbors long time ago. You could have just walk across from Trinidad to you know, you could have just walk across to go. Alright, so after Trinidad there is Tobago, after Tobago there is Grenada, after Grenada there is St. Lucia, after St. Lucia there is St. Vincent, after St. Vincent there is Caracou, after Caracou, let me see what it's saying here. Alright, after Caracou there is Martinique, yeah, St. Vincent. After St. Vincent is Martinique, and after Martinique is Dominica. Alright, and after Dominica is Guadeloupe, and after Guadeloupe is Mazarel. Alright, so Mazarel ends the tectonic plate. Alright, you know, Jamaica included too. I didn't really mention Jamaica here, but Jamaica is included because Jamaica is a part of the Caribbean tectonic plate as well. Understand? So as you see in here, folks, alright, let me just check this out and see. Alright, let me just go back to the starting. Let me see if I can just go back to the starting now. And let me just bring back up our next magnitude of earthquakes. Alright, so I'm going to be teaching you something today. Alright, so let's go to Dominica again, and let me see the magnitude that happened, the magnitude that they say specifically happened. Alright, so the 28th of September there was an earthquake that happened in the Caribbean islands, and it was a 4.2, so they say. Alright, but it was not 4.2, it was a 5.1. Alright, so they keep downgrading the earthquakes continually to hide the, you know, just to hide. Alright, yeah, it's Sevan and Simeon. Hey, what's up, bros? If you have a question, ask me if you have a question. Watching through the comment section here. Alright, so there was an earthquake that happened on the 28th of September, 9:27 a.m. Alright, it was a 4.2, but they lied, they downgraded it. Alright, it was a 5.1. Alright, so let's just go up and let's see all the islands that was affected by this earthquake as well. It's the same Mazarel, the same Guadeloupe, alright, the same St. Vincent, same St. Lucia, same Grenada. Alright, so ABBA actually lifted the tectonic plate. People in those islands felt scared. Alright, he asks if the Atlantic and Pacific waters do not mix. Does that apply to the soil as well? Yes, it does apply to the soil as well, Savan. Yes, it does. It does apply to the soil as well. Different islands have different soils. Alright, so like Trinidad have a particular soil, right? Alright, like let me say Trinidad has a particular soil. Canada don't have the same soil that Canada don't have the same soil that Trinidad have. Alright, like Trinidad don't have the same soil Canada has, or Canada don't have the same soil California has, because you cannot grow apple in Trinidad. Alright, you cannot grow things that growing in the cold, you know, under a certain temperature. It cannot grow in like tropical countries like Trinidad. So yes, Savan, yes, it should. Alright, yes, it's completely truth. There's a difference in the soil as well. Understand? Trinidad have a particular soil, Canada have a different soil, England have different soils, different plants grows different places. You can bring apple from Canada and expect it to grow in Trinidad. It will die. Alright, it will die because of the fact that of the temperature. Alright, because the temperature across here is completely hot and humid. Alright, apples cannot grow like that. Apples are to grow through a certain season, and it must be a certain temperature for the apples to grow, right? Alright, so the last earthquake that happened was a 4.2, so to say, but a lie, it was a 5.1. Alright, so let me just see the information. Alright, let me just go back up there. Alright, so that was an update at the earthquake. Let's just go. On the 21st of August, let me just look for that one time. So on the, let me just, if you look here now, let's just look here. If you specifically look here, you see on the right, on the 1st of September, an earthquake happened on the west of Trinidad. That is the same place the earthquake happened on the 21st of August. The same place. On the 23rd of August, an earthquake happened on the west of Trinidad. The same place that happened on the 21st. 3 warnings they got. Alright, look, as we could see there right now. Alright. Yeah, so you see in there now that it had 3 different earthquakes happen on the same spot, 3 different days. Alright, on September the 1st, alright, it happened in the west. On the 19th of September, it happened on the land in Trinidad, and I didn't say where it was, but I'll tell you where it was. It was in let's see, wait. 19th, it happened on the land. Yeah. It was on the let's bring it down for you. So on the 19th, on the 19th of September, that earthquake happened on the, alright. So on the 19th of September, they had one happen in Sandy Grande in Trinidad. And the next live I will be doing sometime soon. Alright, the next live I will be doing, it will specifically talk about this as well. Alright, so remember everything that I teach you today. Alright, so on the 19th of September, right, on the 19th of September, there was an earthquake that they say was a 3.7, but it was a 4.1. I'm showing you the facts. I'm showing you the truth. These people doesn't lie. Alright. Alright, so it was a 4.1. So sometimes when the magnitude high, they downgrade it. Sometimes when it's low, they just leave it low. Alright. But when it's a high magnitude, they will say well, you know, it was a 4.1 when it was a 6.1. Alright, because they don't want you to know exactly, you know, the magnitude of earthquake as well. So as I was explaining to you all here, alright, so I'm telling you, let's see what I can tell you here. Let me just bring it up here. Alright, so the earthquake happened. This happened on the 19th of September, and on the 19th of September it happened in the epicenter, one of the epicenters in Trinidad as well, and one of the epicenters is in Sandy Grande in Trinidad. So Tobago felt it as well. Alright, it was a 4.1. Tobago felt it, but not the whole of Tobago will feel it. Alright, certain parts of Tobago will feel it. Alright, so it happened in Trinidad, Venezuela. This is the little part that is seen on the left hand side of the map. Look where the map is. Sorry, I can't show you exactly. but where the map is there, all right, where the map is there, one of the epicenter, all right, there's one major epicenter in Trinidad itself. There's one epicenter in Venezuela, because that's where the main tectonic plate is, all right. There's another tectonic plate in Mozzarella. That's where the tectonic for the Caribbean ends, all right. So the Caribbean islands is on one tectonic plate, all right. All the Caribbean islands is on one tectonic plate, all right, but it begins in Venezuela. Venezuela is where the tectonic plate begins, it ends in Mozzarella. So when ABBA then shakes the tectonic plate in Venezuela, Venezuela will feel it, and Trinidad will feel it, all right. The whole of Trinidad will feel it, because I will actually draw to you how the tectonic plate really is, and different places ABBA will shake the plate, and different places you will get different destruction, or different things will happen in your house. Or let me say, if ABBA shake the middle plate, or in the middle of the tectonic plate, you will get a effect, or a vibration effect, that is going to happen. Let me see, down to San Fernando, going to feel it, alright, and a little way down to Superior is going to feel that earthquake, and they're going to feel it really hard, because of where ABBA shakes it from. If you shake it from the beginning of the tectonic plate, that is in Venezuela. If he shakes it in Venezuela, alright, Colombia can't feel it, Mexico can't feel it, them not on the same tectonic plate, alright. But once ABBA shake the tectonic plate in Venezuela, the whole Caribbean islands is going to feel it, alright. So that's what happened on the 21st of August, alright. What happened on the 21st of August? That happened on the 21st of August. Trinidad felt it, Tobago felt it, and that was in Santa Grande, alright. They say it was a 3.7, but it was a 4.1, and it is to fulfill my prophecy that I got about Trinidad splitting. So what they did was, they bring more water to saturate Sangre Grande, more water to saturate Superior, Palo Seco, yeah. They actually pour more water in Sangre Grande side, Palo Seco, Barapo, the northern side of Trinidad. That is where the split is happening, folks, alright. The split began to happen in the west of Trinidad, alright, and the other split is right now unfolding in the south of Trinidad. It leaves the north vulnerable and the east vulnerable, alright, because they're all going to be separated, alright, and that is going to cause major devastation as well as destruction as well. Understand?
Let's all rejoice in songs and songs. El Shaddai, here I die, like a child. Let your hearts apply.
So Stephen have a real good question there. Stephen says, if you were to mix the Pacific water with the Atlantic water in a bottle, would it mix? No, it wouldn't mix. It wouldn't mix, because the water is made out of specific chemicals, hence the reason for the color, alright. The water is not just that color. Just so the Pacific is a different color water from the Atlantic Ocean, because the Atlantic is where America is. That's a different tectonic plate, alright. So the Atlantic is a tectonic plate, and the Pacific is a tectonic plate as well. So the Pacific, alright, had to do with America, and all these other places. The Atlantic have to do, I think the Atlantic have to do with the Caribbean islands as well. I can't remember right now, because you know, so much things coming in my spirit right now to specifically teach you this, alright. So what is going to happen, alright? So hence the reason why the oceans is different colors. Sometimes certain part in Indonesia, the beach, the water and the sea will be pink. Is a different different minerals give you a different effect of the water. Understand? So when you mix specific colors, you get specific colors. Alright, if you mix green and black, you get a different color. If you mix yellow and red, you get a different color. If you mix pink and green, you get a different color. Alright, so all the colors of the ocean represents the triune eternal family. Even the birds, certain birds have a different color, certain birds have beautiful colors. All those colors represent the triune eternal family, folks. Everything they created, everything that they created is within their glory and for their love.
In every man, stand his plan. All he needs to do is follow the spirit, which is legit. That is how we'll all grow. Elohim. Some men are lovers of themselves. In this time, only a few will name love as something that they know to be shared with me and you. What a pity, His mercy. Those without vision got no destiny. El Shaddai, here I die, like a child. Let our hearts apply, yeah. Honesty is dying, modesty is suffocating. We need understanding on the way. El Shaddai, here I die, like a child. Let our hearts apply. Jah, you see where we are going. For our sake, I make this plea. For the seeds of our sowing, destroys peace and unity, and it's showing it is growing.
Alright, so
Love in any language will remain.
so when Kirk, alright, when Kirk was approaching St. Vincent, there was an earthquake. When Kirk was approaching Grenada, there was an earthquake. When Kirk was approaching Trinidad, there was an earthquake. There are earthquakes happening every day in Trinidad, and they are not reporting it to the people. Alright, they are not reporting the earthquakes happening. Right now, there is a hurricane. Alright, it's called I can't remember what they call it right now, but it's in the northern Atlantic Sea. Alright, and it's building up really quick. Alright, I think the name of the earthquake is Median. Alright, Median means destruction, by the way. Alright, so there's a rare earthquake. Sorry, there's a rare hurricane. Alright, it is actually a typhoon. Typhoon Tsunami is actually heading to Japan, as I have prophesied to you. Alright, let me just find that prophecy really quick. Alright, I'm gonna find that prophecy really quick. Really quick. I'm gonna find that prophecy for you. But Typhoon Tsunami is right now heading to Tsunami is heading right now to
One and the same, power in the world, no gonna be at home? Hip hooray, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. Hip hooray, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave, hey, hey. Oh, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Remember our forefathers' tears, the life which were lost, for us to see peaceful years. We shall stop, who remains God. Hip hooray, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. Hip hooray, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave, hey, hey. Oh, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Unity only accepted goes. Conscience must decide the destiny of souls. Wheels rolling down a hill needs no push. Works of the KKK shouldn't be done by us. Instead of love you hate, so they jump. Hip hooray, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. Hip hooray, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave, hey, hey. Oh, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Leadership don't mean damnation. Love don't mean retaliation. If we don't stop these wars, who is gonna be at fault? Hip hooray, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. Hip hooray, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave, hey, hey. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Remember our forefathers' tears, the lives which were lost, for us to see peaceful years. We shall stop, who remains God. Hip hooray, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. Hip hooray, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave, hey, hey. Oh, hey, yeah, yeah. They celebrate now, yeah. They celebrate now. Winning without fight is best. Lovers of war will perish. I know leadership don't mean damnation. Love don't mean retaliation.
Alright, so this happened, this saturation part, this happened in this happened in Trinidad. Alright, like we see the date it happened. This happened on the 28th, the same day that Indonesia got their share. Alright, the same day that Indonesia got the tsunami is the same day that Trinidad got their tsunami. Alright, the atmospheric tsunami, so to speak. Alright, so what I needed to do right now is please share this live. Alright, you know, we need people to know. You need people to know. Commanders, you need to get working. Alright, you need to get working. We need people to wake up. Alright, so you need to go to all these pages, any page that they come across, you know, encourage people to come and listen to the live so that they too could be saved. If they reject Elohim, then they reject me. as well. Alright, if they reject Elohim, they reject me, they reject you as well. So let's move on, okay? Yeah. So Trinidad received their tsunami on the 28th. It was an atmospheric tsunami that happened in Trinidad. Alright, that was an atmospheric tsunami. So while the tsunami was going on in Indonesia, alright, ABBA already stored up water. They already stored up water in the chamber, alright, to create that sort of effect, that tsunami effect in Trinidad. Alright, so that happened on the 28th. Alright, the day after my life, when I told you all that Trinidad would have been saturated with Trinidad will be saturated with 70% water. Well, I told you it was 60, but now it's about 70%. Alright, let me say Trinidad is about 70% right now. Alright, we need Trinidad to be at least 80%. Now this percentage doesn't count up to how much percentage that happening throughout the earth. Alright, it doesn't add up, okay? It doesn't add up to the other percentages of places that still need to be saturated. Alright, so as you can see, Holland is going to be destroyed. Alright, around the 3rd of October, Holland is going to be judged as well. Don't forget, I ain't forget Holland. Alright, I am the angel of the I'm the angel of the apocalypse, the 5th angel of the apocalypse. Alright, and if I tell you something is going to happen, Trinidadians, it's going to happen. Don't follow Devi, don't follow Ragu, don't follow all of them who pretending to know what's going on, that living in sin. Alright, the ones that are going to be destroyed. Don't follow the fallen angels on Facebook. Don't follow the pastors, don't follow the deacons, the evangelists. Do not follow these people. Understand? You're going to be destroyed. Alright,
If we don't stop the wars, who's gonna be at fault? If it will rain, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If it will rain, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave, hey, hey. Oh, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Remember our forefathers' tears, the life which were lost, for us to see peaceful years. When shall start? Who remains that? If it will rain, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If it will rain, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave, hey, hey. Oh, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Unity, only accept it goes. Conscience must decide the destiny of souls. Wheels rolling down a hill needs no push. Works of the KKK shouldn't be done by us. Instead of love you hate, so they jump. If it will rain, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If it will rain, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave.
Unfolding now, the maximum sustained winds have increased rapidly to about 120 kilometers per hour with higher gusts, and it is forecast to continue for. There will be powerful earthquakes that will trigger off Yellowstone, avalanches and abnormal weather conditions in all parts of the earth, in South Africa, Nigeria, Africa, Botswana, Russia, China, Italy, Ohio, California, Arizona, America, Canada, France, the Caribbean islands, just to mention a few. Very soon expect the unexpected, and it will take place one after the other like a domino supernatural effect as the sea vomits out its dead as the waves roars to and fro. I will show my mighty hand in power from the heavens as a gift to those who love me. As a special sign of my presence, yes, and the mountains will shake in fear at my holy presence. Joel chapter 2 verses 30 to 32. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, and fire, and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Creators come. And it shall come to pass, that whosoever shall call on the eternal name of the Lord YAHUSHUA shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in the new YAHRUSHALAYIM shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom Elohim shall call. Weather extremes and sudden changes in temperatures from cold to very hot will be seen and experienced as the earth goes through a pole reversal, polar reversal shifting of events. There will be disasters everywhere. The hearts of mankind will pant in fear as the 23 days of darkness unfolds. Joel chapter 2 verses 1 to 2. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh. For it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Unfolding now, the maximum sustained winds have increased rapidly to about 120 km per hour with higher gusts, and it is forecast to continue for. There will be powerful earthquakes that will trigger off Yellowstone, avalanches and abnormal weather conditions in all parts of the earth, in South Africa, Nigeria, Africa, Botswana, Russia, China, Italy, Ohio, California, Arizona, Canada, France, the Caribbean islands, just to mention a few. Very soon expect the unexpected, and it will take place one after the other like a domino supernatural effect as the sea vomits out its dead as the waves roars to and fro. I will show my mighty hand in power from the heavens as a gift to those who love me. As a special sign of my presence, yes, and the mountains will shake in fear at my holy presence. Joel chapter 2 verses 30 to 32. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, and fire, and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Creators come. And it shall come to pass, that whosoever shall call on the eternal name of the Lord YAHUSHUA shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in the new YAHRUSHALAYIM shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom Elohim shall call. Weather extremes and sudden changes in temperatures from cold to very hot will be seen and experienced as the earth goes through a pole reversal, polar reversal shifting of events. There will be disasters everywhere. The hearts of mankind will pant in fear as the 23 days of darkness unfolds. Joel chapter 2 verses 1 to 2. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh. For it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Leadership don't mean damnation. Love don't mean retaliation. If we don't stop these wars, who's gonna be your boss? They celebrate, eat caviar
drink champagne. They celebrate at the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Remember our forefathers' tears, the lives which were lost, for us to see peaceful years. When shots stop, who remains God? Hip hip hooray, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. Hip hip hooray, they celebrate at the death of the child of a slave. Child of a slave.
Yes, it will happen.
I lift up my hands unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Jah, who has made Zion and the earth. Oh gosh, keep my strength. Mighty Jah, keep my strength. To carry on, keep my strength. Mighty Jah, keep my strength. And no harder. Children are working harder, day and night, striving to survive. Striving to survive. Listen, lots of things to take care of. You know the going is rough, oh Lord, and the food's not enough. Lord, my kid gotta feel a little girl. That's why I say, mighty Jah.
G. Martinez, I don't understand what you say. Could you put it in a different sentence, man, so that I could explain to you in a very simple way that you could understand? Please put it in a different way. Thank you.
Keep my strength to carry on. Keep my strength, mighty Jah. Keep my strength to carry on. Hear my voice, oh God, in my prayer. Hear my voice, preserve my life from fear of the enemies. Oh Lord, hide me from the secret, don't love the wicked, from the insurrection of workers of iniquity. Oh, keep my strength, mighty Jah, keep my strength to carry on. Keep my strength, oh God, keep my strength, oh Father who art in light. Hear us while we call on you. Without you, you know, we are nothing.
Alright, Trinidad. Some news for you. Babylone said that Trinidad is going to get a 6.5 earthquake. Babylone said that Trinidad is going to get a 6.5 earthquake. Now, this is not the bigger one. Alright, this is not the bigger one. So, a 6. Anything that happened after a big earthquake is a next earthquake. Alright, simple.
Oh Lord, you are a refuge. Yes, you are a king. Oh, give us strength, mighty God, give us strength to carry on. Give us
every day and I go miss a rhythm. Trouble that you make me sing, you bring me jump and oh, give us strength. Oh gosh, give us strength. Give us strength. Give us strength. I lift up my hands unto you. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Jah, who was made Zion and the earth. Oh gosh.
So yes, G. Martinez, yes, Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean islands will become like Venezuela soon. And that is what Rowley working on right now. That is what the 1% working on right now. Draining the economy of everything so that the righteous people who love the Most High in this country, that they will be the ones to suffer. But there's a catch behind it. And the catch is they will put most people into FEMA camp before the end of this year. Right, so before the end of this year, they're going to put a lot of people in FEMA camp, and you know they already have certain camps set up in Trinidad for that. So Yahuwah giving everyone getting an opportunity right now. Everyone getting an opportunity. All those who listening to me and ignoring me, and all those who ignoring everything that I'm saying and saying who is me to say what I'm saying and all this kind of thing. Well, when that time come and they throw your ass in FEMA camp, you can't blame the Most High. Alright, because the Most High give you a warning, give you an option. Come into the ark and you will live forever with YAHUSHUA. It's just that you have to forsake your traditions, you have to forsake your idols, of course. Right, you have to forsake religion. You have to forsake religion and denomination. You have to forsake all what they teach you, all what they taught you in order to obtain eternal life. You're not just going to obtain eternal life just like that. You can't be living ungodly, living unholy, doing everything on abominable, not living the commandments of Elohim and expect that you will obtain salvation. It don't work so, folks. It don't work so. Understand?
Mighty God, to carry on. Mighty
Alright, the parts that are going to be affected will be mostly the south side. So mostly the south of Trinidad is going to be affected. Alright, that will be the first thing to look forward for. South side will be affected badly because that's the side that Elohim working on separating right as of right now. From Palo Seco, San Fernando up to Sagona side. Stop. Going up to Sagona side. So Sagona is more central side, right? So they actually taking, remember the middle is the north, right? So the middle will be the north. Right, yeah. So the middle will be the north as a showing the demonstration from earlier on. So if you look at the demonstration from yesterday, you will see exactly where will be affected most by the earthquake that's going to happen. Either going to happen today, tomorrow, or by Monday, or by next week, or it can happen within the next hour. It can happen within the next 2 days, 24 hours. Alright, but there is an earthquake going to happen, right? It's going to be a 6.5 earthquake that's going to happen in Trinidad. Now what is going to happen is there's going to crack the crust of Trinidad. There's going to crack the crust of the earth within Trinidad earth, but within Trinidad land, that is going to crack the crust. Alright, so remember, a pole reversal shift has a lot of deaths that is going to happen as well. Now this is not the pole reversal shift. This is part of the pole shift that happening. It's what happened to Mexico. You see how much water Mexico got? Mexico got at least 15,000 gallons of water yesterday, right? So yesterday ABBA poured 15,000 gallons. Yeah, they say it's about 15,000 gallons of water they poured on Mexico yesterday. It was yesterday they poured that, right? Yesterday they poured 15,000 gallons of water, and they plan to pour at least 12,000 gallons of water in Trinidad. So just imagine how much water that would be, right? So they plan to the hurricane that is coming to Trinidad is going to pour at least 12,000 gallons, or they're going to use like a normal storm system or normal tropical wave. Alright, they're going to use a normal tropical wave, which is a small system, which is a small storm. They're going to use a tropical wave, and they can bring at least, let me say, at least 8 gallons of water. So they could bring in 8 gallons of water, or they could transport it different. So remember that the water that transporting in the ITCZ system, or tropical wave system, so to speak. Remember that water coming from the ocean. Remember that they use multiple multiple water needles. I call it a water needles from now on. But they use multiple water spouts and taking up water from our ocean within the area of Trinidad. That is where they're taking up the water from. So remember, different oceans, you will get a different temperature of water, because the where the sun is situated and the where the land is planted. So you'll get a different temperature of water. So according to the temperature of water, the water will actually go through a certain process within the eye, as I'm showing you there, as the demonstration states. It will go through that process, and then it will be released on the land. Alright, so that they could do that like that, but they plan to dump at least 15,000 gallons of water on Trinidad, or 12,000. Alright, so as the life goes by, I will tell you. Alright.
The New World Order has only created disorder. Unions are formed for men to speak as one. NATO to ensure that no one country has autonomy over the other. United Nations to address issues of war, famine and disasters. Commercially, NAFTA and WTO are...
Yes, Holland could experience some really dread tornadoes as well as hail. Alright, so during the live, do you have to go through the live here? During live here, ABBA will actually see what is going to happen to Holland, what is going to happen to New Zealand, and what is happening into the UK right now. Right now, what's happening to the UK and London, they are experiencing some a storm, right, which is a category 1 hurricane, or category 1 storm. Alright, so remember, they can't hide them from Elohim, and Elohim is the ones who actually creating the hurricanes and sending it like they actually creating the hurricanes with their hands. Alright, and they send in the hurricanes where they want it to be. So this has nothing to do with science, or this has nothing to do with the water temperature, anything like that. It's not to do with the water temperature, but the water temperature is something completely different from the hurricane being formed and everything like that. Alright?
designed to protect us from ourselves, but still, they do not deal with the real issues.
Yes, Alisa, and that is correct. Yes, that is exactly correct what you're saying there. Yes, that's exactly how it's going to happen. And that's exactly how it's happening right now, because the South of Trinidad already began to split on the fourth line. Right? The South of Trinidad already began to split, as well as Sandy Grande. The east side is going to split, and the only part that is going to stay afloat is the north. Alright? I'm going to explain before all this unfold. I'm going to tell you exactly, if you continue to watch my lives, I'll continue to tell you exactly when it's going to happen, or how it's going to happen, what plans change, what to do, where to look for, or where to go to hide, all these kind of things. I'll be teaching you about it, because Elohim is the one who directed me and telling me exactly what to tell you right now. Yes, Venezuela and Trinidad. Venezuela is a part of Trinidad tectonic plate. So when Abba, Yahuwah, the creator, when he vibrates or troubles, or when he vibrates the tectonic plate, alright, when he vibrates the tectonic plate, as I was explaining yesterday's life, And then ABBA vibrate the tectonic plate. It comes like a bus. You hear it like a train from afar off. You hear it like a big truck coming. Right? And when it reaches, you hear it passes. That is a wave. Alright? That is like if you have a galvanized, a piece of galvanized in here, and you just flatten the end, you just flatten the end, you will get like a sort of effect, like it will, you know, it will give you a kind of trembling effect. That is a magnetic earthquake. Alright? But the earthquake that happened on the 21st of August in Trinidad that affect the Caribbean tectonic plate, yeah, that was a magnetic, and it was a normal earthquake, but which caused by ABBA, of course. But the difference between the magnetic earthquake, the magnetic is caused by a vibration. So Yahuwah vibrates the plate, right? He vibrates the plate, or he take his hand and he does vibrate like this. Let me see if you hear it. Right? Yahuwah vibrates the plate like this, and when he vibrates the plate, you get it comes like a wave. You know, like if you're on the beach, you know, like if you're on the beach and a wave coming, a big wave coming, and if you keep yourself comfortable and everything, the wave will pick you up and then pull you down. Well, that is a magnetic wave, a magnetic energy wave. All right, Yahuwah caused a magnetic energy wave earthquake to happen here and triple it. All right, so that earthquake could have destroyed Trinidad, but it didn't. All right, I'll show you all what that earthquake caused. All right, buildings in Port of Spain to crack up, split up. That is a magnetic earthquake.
You that have you washed up and flushed down the drain. I tell you, they're all in Babylon. It's obvious where I stand. They can't see reality of the best thing for men, and that's because they're not dealing with the real issue. Treating our people like a bitch, I tell you now. They're not dealing with the real issue. Misleading my people down poverty avenue. Tell it like it is. Won't hide it, I'm not blind. They're the children, yes, it's hanging on the line. I tell you, I said wonder people, decrease the crime. The reason so many suffer, so many die. They're not deal with the real issue. Treating our people like a piece of tissue. Now they're not deal with the real issue. Misleading our people down poverty avenue. Waste your time depressing man and man. What do you gain? There's no life in money. There's no life in fame. I tell you, all those ways are evil, threatening mankind. Let no one say.
Alright, so the earthquake that we're looking at right there, what happened? That happened in Trinidad. I did Twin Towers in Trinidad, by the way. That earthquake is not a magnetic earthquake. That earthquake is different from a magnetic earthquake. A magnetic earthquake is a vibration of the tectonic plates. Alright? So a magnetic earthquake is completely different, and you will get a different magnitude. Alright? You will get a different magnitude of a magnetic earthquake. Alright? But let me say a shaken. Alright? A shaken earthquake. Let me say a earthquake. A earthquake that caused a shaking, like we're seeing there happening. Alright? Let me just pull it out. That was here. So like the shaking that you see going on there, you see going left, right, that's a shaking. That is not a magnetic earthquake. I will show you all what is a magnetic earthquake. That is not a magnetic earthquake, right? So two different fractions of earthquake happen in one day in Trinidad. One was a magnetic earthquake and one was a shaking. A shaking is different from a magnetic earthquake, because a magnetic earthquake is caused by the vibration of the tectonic plate. Alright? And what happened, the 4.1 earthquake that happened on the 19th of September in Sangre Grande on land, that was a shaking. Alright, that was to cause a sort of crack or erosion, so to speak. That was to cause a sort of crack so that the east of Trinidad, where is Sangre Grande side, will begin to cause some sort of split when they bring the rain. So when they bring the rain, right, when they bring the rain and they dump the 12,000 gallons of water in Sangre Grande side, that is a saturation process. Then they will bring an earthquake, and the earthquake now will cause the earth now to separate itself. Alright, so I just want to bring a little more understanding to you. And yes, Diego Martin will be affected as well by this wave, right, that is coming.
You not deal with no real issue. Treating my people like a prostitute. Now they're not deal with no real issue. Misleading our people down poverty avenue. No, brothers and sisters are dying, feeling the pain. You that abuse, watch out for trust down the drain. I tell you, they're all in Babylon. It's obvious where I stand. They can see the reality of the best thing for man, and that's because they're not the real issue. Treating our people like a piece of tissue.
The New World Order has only created disorder. Unions are formed for men to speak as one. NATO to ensure that no one country has autonomy over the other. United Nations to address issues of war, famine and disasters. Commercially, NAFTA and WTO are designed to protect us from ourselves. But still, they do not deal with the real issues.
As you see in the video there on the right hand side, as you see the video on the right hand side, let's look to the right. That was a shaking. So Abba now told me to tell all the Trinidadians and them, while this side of the tectonic plate was shaking, the other side of the tectonic plate was vibrating. Alright, so what Yahuwah said just now there, that the epicenter of Trinidad was shaken. Right? He said the epicenter of Trinidad was shaken, and the main tectonic, the epicenter of the tectonic plate. I will have to draw that out for you. I will have to be led to draw it out so that all I could see. Alright, so that will be soon, right? Soon I will draw it out for you all live and explain everything to you all, right? But for now, I just explain it to you so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Abba told me that the earthquake happened on the 21st of August. It happened in the epicenter of Trinidad, and the epicenter is more the northwest side, like Sagarama side. That's where the epicenter is of Trinidad, right? That's where the epicenter is, but that's not the main epicenter. The main epicenter is near to Venezuela side. So not the Venezuela side, because Venezuela on our tectonic plate. Alright, because if you remember, I explained to you all that long time ago, Venezuela used to be a part of Trinidad. You could have just walk across to Venezuela or drive across to Venezuela. That was years ago. Like Guyana and India used to be connected years ago. Alright, and Abba separate all these islands with water so that they govern their own selves. Alright, so Venezuela is on our tectonic plate. Venezuela is on our tectonic plate. So if an earthquake happen in Venezuela, Trinidad will feel it. If an earthquake happen in Trinidad, Venezuela will feel it. Alright, so according to the epicenter in the east of Trinidad, and we have another epicenter, which is the soft spot. So the soft spot of Trinidad is actually in the west side. So the west side is the soft spot of Trinidad, and we have a little kind of soft spot that is in the east side, and we have the north side kind of weak too, but the north is not that strong as well, because as you can see the landslip we have in down Maracas Beach, right? So you know the landslip we have in down that side. All right, also on the, you know, Barapon and those other places will be affected terribly. All right, as well as Sagonas and all these other places. So it's very, very it's a blessing that you all ask your questions so that we could relate. All right, rather than just sitting down here for 2 hours and you all are asking no question. You all need to ask questions. You know what I mean? You all ask questions, you get the answers immediately. All right, because Yahuwah is actually talking to me right now and telling me exactly. Well, answering all your questions. You have a question, you ask me the question, Yahuwah will actually give me the answer to give you, so that you have an idea of what is going to happen, how it's going to happen, and how to deal with it, or how to survive it. All right, there is a way. There's always a way. Once there's a will, there is a way. So if you're willing to serve Elohim, there is a way of escape for you. You know what I mean?
Did not deal with the real issue. Treating our people like a piece of tissue. Now, did not deal with the real issue. Treating our people like a piece of tissue. Brothers and sisters are crying, feeling the pain. Youth and abuse, washed up and flushed down the drain. I tell you, they're all in Babylon. It's obvious where I stand. They can't see reality as the best thing for men, and that's because they're not deal with the real issue. Treating our people like a piece of tissue. Now,
yes, there will be destruction in Holland. Very soon there will be destruction in Holland. Remember, the whole world is going to be destroyed. The whole world is going to be destroyed. And only those who love Elohim and come into righteousness, whether they are Israelites or non-Israelites, right? So whether they are Israelites or non-Israelites, if they want righteousness and they love Elohim, they will be accepted. Whether they're black, they're white, they're purple, they're green, whatever color skin there is, remember that the Israelite people is not only black people. That is what they're fooling people and telling people in the ICU, in the ICUFE. So some kind of stupid name to have the Hebrew Roots movement. Alright? So remember, folks, do not be deceived by the Hebrew Roots movement. They are deceiving people, black people, by black people believing that it's only black people is supreme. That is the way of slavery, folks. That is the way of slavery. If you have a question in connection with the Israelites and you want to know something, this will be your opportunity to ask question on the Israelites, or who is the Gentiles. This is your opportunity to ask, you know. Ask question. Don't wait until the life done to message man. Ask me now. If they want to know something, ask.
they're not deal with the real issue. Misleading my people down Poverty Avenue. Tell it like it is. Won't hide it, I'm not blind. Give their children, yes, it's hanging on the line. I tell you, I said one love people, decrease the crime. The reason so many suffer, so many die. Did not deal with the real issue. Treating our people like a piece of tissue. Now, did not deal with the real issue. Misleading our people down Poverty Avenue.
Alright, one more thing I will demonstrate and the live will come to an end, and then I will do our next live again later. Alright?
your time depressing man and man. What do you gain? There's no life in money, there's no life in fame. I tell you, all those things are evil, threatening mankind. Let no one say about you.
To Elohim, he has triumphed marvelously. The horse and the rider have been drowned in the sea. Sing to Elohim, he has triumphed marvelously. All the Pharaoh's army have been drowned in the sea. Yahuwah.
No, Yahweh and Elohim is two different. Yahweh is Jabulon, right? If you do a research on who Yahweh is, it comes right back to Lucifer. Alright, so Yahweh is the God of this world. Yahweh is Jesus Christ. Yahweh is Allah, and so on and so on. If you do your research, well, you will come up with the answers. G Martinez, you can send me a friend request, and I'll forward you all the teachings and stuff like that. Alright, anybody interested in the teachings, I could actually direct you to someone who actually knows, teachings in the back of the hands room. So do a research on the name Jesus that only exists. The name Jesus only exists 500 years. The name Jesus only exists 500 years now. Alright, how can a man who lived 2,000 years ago be the name Jesus, of course, or Yahweh or Jehovah? Alright, so there was no letter J in the ancient Hebrew, or there's no letter J up to this day. There was no letter J in the Hebrew alphabet. Alright, so hence the reason why the name Jesus is fake, as well as the character Jesus is fake. So everything that they told us is a lie. And if you do a research, your own research, and if you go back to the life from yesterday and the day before yesterday, you will learn a lot. Alright?
We will praise your name forever, Elohim. We will exalt your name together, Yahuwah. Our strength and our song, you have become our salvation. Sing to Elohim, the horse and the rider have been drowned. Sing to Elohim, he's trying. All of Pharaoh's army have been drowned. Yahuwah, we will praise your name forever, Elohim.
So the destruction on Holland, I will let you all know when that will happen soon. The destruction on New Zealand right now, Elohim dealing with the saturation and dealing with punishing.
Righteous, you can obey.
of righteous youth man out there, and we ain't giving up, no way. There's a whole barrage of righteous youth man in town, and we ain't going down, no, we never gonna stray, no way. Yeah. Barrage of righteous youth man out there, and we ain't giving up, no way. There's a whole barrage of righteous youth man.